Ascent has been amazing because you guys have really helped us grow at a faster pace than we would have been able to grow had we tried to do this in-house from the beginning. Beyond the cost savings, which there has been cost savings between hiring bookkeepers and a CFO. So Ascent filled that void because we kind of went operations wise and we knew we were, and you also, you got to have the good operations because if you're not performing at the property level, how do you grow? So for us, Ascent helped tremendously in being able to replace our, an entire sector of our industry has been replaced by Ascent in helping us keep our books on task. You guys, we Tessa speaks with Rizzy probably 10 times a day, every single day for the last 2 years. I speak with Kathy once a month, as does Tessa, and it's just been it's helped give us that boost of confidence as well because of your experience in the business. Having you as a sounding board, am I making the right decision here? The other day you were gracious enough to get on a call with me for an hour and a half just to review the profitability of the business itself and help make sure that we're staying in line with our break even so that our margins are accurate, because at the end of the day, it is a business. We got to make money. We got to make sure that we're keeping the bills paid and everything is growing in a way that's organic, number one, and number two, that's profitable. So that was, that having access to that is really invaluable. So Ascent has been a big part of our success in growing, has definitely come from having you guys with us and growing together.
They got to go use Ascent on the accounting side. I think it was a cost-effective way to employ a very sophisticated back office to a a set of properties that didn't necessarily have the resources to develop that level of sophistication on their own. So, one of the hardest things in the business is simply been maintaining and keeping institutional quality financial statements. And when you're first starting out, when you're running deals where the management fees, $500 to $2,000, you just, you can't build that back office quality on your own. So Ascent was basically the way that we were able to present ourselves in terms of, our financials represented a much higher level of sophistication than what, our portfolio size.
We knew the value of vertical integration, of bringing property management, construction management in-house, but it's not easy. It's actually very difficult. And normally companies do that when they achieve quite a bit of scale and experience. We wanted to be vertically integrated much sooner than that. So we had set out on a plan to get there, and we actually were successful a couple of years ago in vertically integrating back when we only had around 650 units or so. And that was certainly thanks in part due to Ascent with the back office multifamily accounting, because that's a big component of what a management company really does. That is a big burden at the corporate level because it can be expensive if you don't have, a fractional accounting setup such as Ascent.
Multifamily management is not a complicated business, but we as operators a lot of times make it very complicated with either too many processes or systems that don't speak to each other, or just not keeping your focus on NOI. And so I liked partnering with companies that help streamline processes to then free up my people on site to focus on, the tenant relations, pushing rents, doing the things that add the most value to the assets. And so that's why I've really loved working with you guys so far, is it's just taking a piece off my plate. And so I can focus on, finding the best managers and really giving them what they need.
Yeah, Ascent's been incredible because when we had nothing, our first takeover, we took on 660 apartments at once. And it was very helpful to take on a lot at once without having to go out and hire an entire accounting team. I mean, we did in the view of hiring Ascent. but we didn't have to decide, are we going to get one accountant or two? Are we going to get one controller or none? We didn't have to make these huge incremental decisions. Ascent's been phenomenal as we're growing. We only had 660 from the beginning, and even before that, we still had access to a controller or an AP team, or even you, right? Resourceful help deciding things that were going to influence long-term decisions. I remember asking about our chart of accounts, which then influenced our pro formas, which influenced our budget for our templates, like everything, the foundation that we built the first year and a half before like we really got going, it really involved Ascent. So Ascent's been in it the whole time. And even today, like the people that help import our budgets versus the people that help request funding reserves from HUD, they're different. They're different capability sets that we require and need, and that they're why we are capable of doing our job so well that other companies have not been, and it's why we got the job. It's been awesome.